let's use the Rwandan chick for example, right? She played her part excellent. The first video I posted of her, 5,000 views per hour. 5,000 views per hour. And most chicks do that. When I bring a new character on the show, they get a lot of views. The same thing happened to Crystal, the same thing happened to Jane. But if you pay attention to the views like I do, because this is my channel, so I pay attention to the views, the audience can figure out she doesn't really like Auston. Then guess what? The views go down because people actually want to see love and hip hop. They don't want to see pretending hip hop. So when you get on my channel and you are pretending, you shouldn't be on my channel.
Hi guys, so a few days ago I got an email from someone alerting me to t-shirts that Auston was selling on his website. And I'm like, let me go check it out. And I go to his website and I see that he's selling t-shirts with, with graphics. And I think he only has two graphics, and one of them is this one, which is an image of him and Keissa, with the words "I make girls famous," and I was so disgusted. I mean, I look at the picture itself, and I remember that Keissa, he had said in one of his vlogs that Keissa didn't like this picture because he had used this picture for, I don't know if he used it for a thumbnail or something, but she had said that she didn't like this picture. So he is using a picture that she thinks makes her look, doesn't make her look beautiful. He's using that picture probably because he wants to annoy her, probably because he thinks that will humiliate her. And because he has been, as you guys know, that he has been pushing this narrative that Keissa is not as beautiful as people say she is. So this is probably the reason probably he uses this picture is because Keissa had told him that, she doesn't like this picture. So it kind of like, disgusted me that this guy is such a jerk. He is, trying to humiliate her, trying to degrade her. And the words, "I make girls famous." For someone to make you famous, they have to be famous themselves. Auston is not famous at all. Having large YouTube subscribers doesn't mean you are famous. Auston is not famous. He is not famous enough to make other people famous, to make people attached to him famous. So the idea itself is delusional. If you were to to go to your work and mention Austin's name to your coworkers, I would almost guarantee you that not like almost none of them would know who he is. So he is not famous. I mean he got a little fame, if you could call it fame. It's not even fame, it's infamy, when he was made a persona non grata in Brazil for going around asking women all kinds of disgusting questions, and recording himself asking girls, what size of penis would you prefer or something like that, and telling American men they should come to Brazil because Brazil women are easy. That actually, got him a lot of, made him famous, made him infamous in Brazil. And I don't think that's the kind of fame other people would like to associate themselves with. But even that, being on Brazilian national TV hasn't made him famous everywhere else. And I don't even think, by his own admission, a lot of people in Brazil do not even know, about him, even after all that media attention that he got. So he is not famous. There is no fame that he could impart on other people because he is not famous himself. But he has a lot of delusion. And I mean, because I think this guy thinks he is more important than he is, because he's delusional. And a lot of passport bros are delusional. I have made a video. My last video is about this delusional passport bro named Skylar, who believes that every freaking Black American woman vacationing abroad is there to spy on the passport bros. So being delusional is, the trademark of those passport bros. And so I was not surprised. I mean, the delusion is to be expected. The other thing is the obsession this guy has with Keissa. These two have not been a thing for more than almost 4 months, right? But he cannot stop talking about her. He is still obsessed. He mentions her almost in every other live. Like if he had live, it's almost a guarantee that he would mention her. And sometimes, like the way he brings up her name is actually bizarre. He was doing a live from Uruguay, and he was talking about the women he met at the nightclubs, and he said they were the most beautiful women he ever saw. And later on in the live stream, he showed the video of the girls, and his audience was like, no, those women are not that good looking. They called them mid. They said, the women were just average. And instead of defending the beauty of the women on their own merit, what he did was he brought up Keissa. He brought her up in some twisted way to imply that because his viewers thought Keissa was beautiful, but she really was not, according to him. It means that when they thought that Uruguayan girls were not beautiful, it means the girls were actually beautiful.
Some people, yeah, I don't know. I really do think y'all are capping. Cause I don't think those chicks with fives like at all. But like I said, if you don't like them, if you don't like the Uruguayan women, fuck it. You know how I know y'all are trolling? Because y'all thought Keissa was like the most beautiful chick. And I was like,
I'm like, so it's obvious that, this guy is obsessed with her. He would, find every excuse to bring her name up. And so I'm not surprised that he used her image in that silly advertisement he has for his shady dating coaching service or something like that. And now he is using her image in this t-shirts that he's selling. I mean, the obsession. This guy has been with so many women, but for some reason, I mean, because he only has two women, two type of shirts. One is Kate, the sex worker girlfriend that he had, and the other is Keissa. I mean, he has dated so many women, but he could not use their image. The only one he could use is Keissa and Kate. I mean, it tells you the obsession this guy has with Keissa. He lived with Kate for almost a month. So, and she is probably the only girl, at least abroad, that he had lived together for the longest. So mentioning her often, is something to be expected. But with Keissa and him did not even like we're not together physically together for like more than 2 weeks. They were like together, I think, for like 1 week, if not less. So there is really no reason for him to be mentioning her name every freaking live stream he does, and using her image to sell all the trash things that he's trying to sell, this trash t-shirt and that trash dating coaching service. And so the obsession, it's just unbelievable. This guy cannot stop talking about her. If you like watch his live stream, he will mention Keissa. He will bring up her name at least once a week. And you could imagine he must do it even more often in real life. So this guy is completely and unbelievably obsessed he is with her. But beyond that, I think him using Keissa's image to sell T-shirts without her consent tells you the intrinsic, the power imbalance that exists between the passport bros and the African girls that they date. Because I can assure you, if Keisa was an American girl, he would not be using her image to sell T-shirts. It's probably she probably could sue him, but if not sue him, there would be so much pushback from women organizations, from several people, that he would not use it for fear of backlash. Forget about being American. If Keisa was a Brazilian, he would not do that. He would not use a picture of him and a Brazilian Keisa, use that image on in a negative way to sell t-shirt. He would not do that because he knows the backlash he would face again. So the only reason he is using Keisa's image in a negative way to sell t-shirts is because Keisa is African. And he knows that he will not face any backlash, whether social backlash or, face be in some kind of legal jeopardy for using Keisa's image without her consent. And that is why I have been against the passport bros going to Africa, because there is a power imbalance between the African girls they want to date and the passport bros. The passport bros, by virtue of being Americans, have power over the African girls that they want to date. And that power imbalance could be exploited when it is in the hands of an egomaniac like Auston Holleman. And I have been talking about the power imbalance that exists between African girls and passport bros forever. That's actually one of the main themes of my channel. So, yeah, and this how Austin is treating Keisa versus the dozens of non-African girls he has been dating tells you that power imbalance is a real thing, and that it is dangerous. It puts African girls at a disadvantage. It puts them at a risk of being exploited, which we see it happening right now with Austin using Keisa's image to make money. And and he's not just using her to make money, but in a way kind of insulting her, right? He is trying to insult her and at the same time make money. So yeah, but one more point. When Austin had that silly video advertising his dating coaching service, I said that that video was really bad from business point of view. And it's the same thing with this t-shirt. The t-shirt has the image of Austin and Keisa and the words "I make girls famous." So what person who is not named Austin would want to buy that t-shirt? The only person in the world uh, for whom the statements in those t-shirts would apply for is Austin. If you are not Austin, wearing that t-shirt makes you look strange, right? You are making a statement with the t-shirt you are wearing, right? A statement about yourself or maybe about someone close to you. But Austin is not a relative of you or you. So wearing that T-shirt would be absolutely bizarre. I mean, if I saw someone wearing some kind of, a video, a T-shirt like that, and I asked them who that person was, I expect them to say, he's my brother or something, some family member. So for someone to go around wearing that shirt would be bizarre, would be really strange. And if Austin was famous, like really famous, a celebrity label famous, yeah, it makes sense. People would know who you are talking about. People would know, who, what you are talking about. So you don't even have to explain yourself. But Austin is not a celebrity. So wearing something like that is like, it makes you like the person wearing it would look like they are somehow or like obsessed with Austin or some kind of like they are in some kind of cult and were led by Austin, which is not something you want to to advertise by wearing a t-shirt, right? So yeah, the t-shirt doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. And the other thing is, I mean, the t-shirt, it looks like the material is good, but the graphic, it almost looks like, some high schooler had printed the picture of Keissa and Austin off the internet and then weight iron it into a shirt, on a shirt. So the graphics is such a poor quality. So I'm like, okay, anyways, and he had, like I said, he has also a T-shirt with Kate's Kate's image, and it says something like "It's that bad." I'm like, okay, I don't even know what's going on there, but yeah, and Kate by him by not him but his mouthpiece Paul's admission is a sex worker. So what is he trying to say? It's so bad that I was dating as a sex worker, or I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. So, yeah, but yeah, this guy is obsessed with Keissa. Anyways, let me know what you guys. Yeah, let me know what you think. And I'm going to make another video next time about that Keissa sex tape, the fact that it doesn't exist because Keissa never made a sex tape. And so let me think. Then I might make that video tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, next week. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye bye.